Hello YouTube makeup lovers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to Be Lounge Makeup, I really hope that you guys stick around and subscribe for more videos. So I'm here today with a travel video. I am going on a trip with my sister. We are going to be going to Italy for about 9 days, and I packed my makeup and I thought I would share with you guys everything that I am taking on this trip makeup related. I do have to give a disclaimer that I am definitely not a light packer when it comes to any type of packing, whether it's makeup, clothes, or anything. I don't think I'm horrible. I think I pack exactly the things that I know that I will use, but definitely not the type of person who can take a trip to Italy with a carry-on. I definitely check in luggage. But for today, I wanted to share with you guys the makeup that I'll be taking on the trip. This is my makeup case that it is already nicely packed for my trip. This is from Sonia Kashuk. I bought this at Target. I ended up going with this case that is like a little bit softer. I tend to go more for like the structured type of cases. I really am liking the Alley Glines cases. I actually went to Atlanta not too long ago. I can go ahead and link the vlog down below, and I share with you guys all the makeup that I took, and I use those Alley Glines cases, which I love. But I feel like for this trip, I wanted to tone it down a little bit, just because since it's like a longer trip, international, I did want to kind of like take it down a notch, even though I know that this for a lot of people is already a lot. But for me, I thought that I did a pretty good job in packing the makeup. So I do want to share with you guys everything that I have in here. And then my brushes are the only thing that are not in the Sonia Kashuk bag. And those I like to use this Morphe case. This is part of the Jaclyn Hill collection. And here is where I like to carry my brushes. It is a hard case. It keeps them nice and safe. A ton of brushes fit in here. And I just really like the way that you just kind of like throw everything in there and it just closes nicely. So I am going to share with you guys all the brushes that I'm taking and all the makeup that I am taking on this trip. So we better get started with what's in my travel makeup bag. So first, let me show you how it looks with all the makeup inside. Here is everything that is inside this bag. I also like to divide up some things with Ziploc bags, and I'll tell you why. I think I have about 3 Ziploc bags in here. I just feel that it's just a little bit better for organization and just reaching into the bag, because it is a pretty big bag, so a lot of stuff fits. So I didn't want to be rummaging through all the things. So I do have 3 Ziploc bags that I divided, you know, the products into different categories, and those are the ones that I put in these smaller Ziploc bags. So I have 3, and I'll explain to you why. I like to put items in the Ziploc bag. One, the ones that have caps on. So I do tend to separate my lipsticks. You know, everything that has a cap, I feel like if you just throw it into the bag, you risk the cap coming undone inside the bag and just making a mess and getting ruined. Also, I put glosses, mascaras, anything that a security person in TSA when going through security could consider a gel or a liquid. I've never really had that situation, and by the way, this is coming with me in my carry-on. I like to carry my makeup in my carry-on just because I don't want, you know, the powders to get broken or things spilling, and I just rather carry my makeup bag with me in my actual carry-on. I don't usually check it in. So that is also another reason why I like to put things in a little Ziploc, just in case I get someone and they want me to take out a Ziploc, I will take out the Ziploc. And then I also like to carry my pencils in Ziplocs, just because, again, pencils also have caps, liquid liners have caps. If a cap comes undone, it could really ruin the product and just make a mess inside the bag. So in this particular bag, I do have 3 Ziploc bags, which I will show you everything that is in there. And then here are all the other items that are just loose inside the case. So let's go ahead and start with those first. So the main eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be traveling with is the Persona Identity palette. This to me is a palette that, I mean, if I had to take one palette, I do have another smaller palette inside, but if I had to take one palette, it would definitely be this one. This is like the perfect palette. It has every single type of eyeshadow that I need. It has all the mattes that I need, all the blending colors that I need for the crease, all the lid colors. This is just the perfect palette, and I would say it's probably my all-time favorite #1 palette. I also chose to take the older version of the palette, which is a cardboard type of packaging. They did revamp it, and they do have a more plastic type of packaging, which I have, but I feel like for travel, it is just safer to use the cardboard type of packaging. So the Persona Identity Palette is the first thing that I am taking. Then I'm also taking this little MAC Duo. This is the MAC Nylon color, and this is all that glitters. Really, the one that I can't live without is a nylon. That to me is the best inner corner highlight, so I always take that one. And then I'm also taking this smaller Huda palette. This is the Smokey Obsessions, and it looks like this, just to do a couple different lid colors. For example, I would definitely have to get other crease colors from the Identity palette, but I just kind of wanted to take this one because I wanted to do maybe like a silver look and just different types of looks that I wanted. As you can see here, it's really no color. It was the black eyeshadow and it just completely like broke, so I cleaned it out so it wouldn't make a mess. Next, from Ciate I am taking the She Sculpted. This is the cream contour and powder bronzer duo. This is what She Sculpted looks like. The reason I like this one and I chose it is because it has a cream contour color and it also has a powder bronzer, so that way I really just have to take one compact instead of two products. So I thought that this was a nice way to kind of like, you know, pretty much minimize the makeup that I'm taking, and I'm really enjoying this Ciate palette. For blush, I am taking two powder blushes. The very first one is this blush duo from Natasha Denona. This is called, I believe it's called Antique Nude, and I just think it's really pretty. It has a nice neutral peachy pink type of color, and then this is like my go-to pink type of color. So I like it because this is a little bit more neutral, a little bit more on the pink side. So I thought that this was good. And then I'm also taking a more orangey, more corally type of blush, and this is from Dior. This is the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow, and this is in the coral color. So I feel like with those three blushes, I'm pretty much set for anything that I need and for all my looks. From the brand Kosas, I am taking this face powder in the shade Comfy. This is the Cloud Set powder, and this is just like a nice powder for all over your face. Then I'm also really into cream products, so I did want to take maybe two cream blushes. The first one I packed is from Tower 28, and this is in the shade Magic Hour. Absolutely loving these Tower 28 cream blushes. They are amazing. And then from the brand Kosas, I'm taking the 8th Muse Color and Light Cream. This is the lighter color. It's not like the amplified color, and it is more like a pinky type of cream blush, and then it also has a cream highlight, so I feel like it's really versatile because I have two products in one compact, so I think that that is also really, really nice. I have just this little powder case, and actually in here is my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I don't want to make a mess, but it's just pretty much translucent powder from Laura Mercier, but I'm not gonna take that huge packaging. So I always like to, you know, put it into another little container for when I travel. I'm also taking my Tom Ford. This is my liquid liner from Tom Ford. It's the one that has the two sides, but I pretty much just use this side, which is like my favorite side. It's like the thinner, smaller one. It is just perfect for a nice winged liner. Then I'm taking 3 of my Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize. A lot of these, the names have changed, but they are the best cream shadows. My favorite one is the one that is the Oyster Pearl, which used to be called Marie Antoinette, and it is this one right here. This one goes perfectly with the seductive shade in the palette, so I always take this one. Then I'm also taking the one that is called Amber Gold, which I forgot what it used to be called. I feel like it used to be called Betty. I'm not sure. And then I am taking the Norma Jean, which is the more lighter champagne type of color. So these are just very versatile. I really can't live without them. The one I really can't live without is their Oyster Pearl, but I just feel like for looks, for any color, I can use those 3 as bases, and I tend to always go for more neutral shades. So for this trip, I just wanted to do, everything is just going to be very neutral toned. I have golds, I have taupes, and things like that, and that's pretty much like the vibe that I usually always do, so I didn't try to go crazy with like different colors or anything like that. From the brand Ciate London, I'm taking this Eye Lustre cream shadow, and this is just, I really can't even see the shade, but it is just like a really great like pop of color. You can use it on your lid. Sometimes I put it over the nylon and it just like makes your inner corners really, really pop. Then for highlighter, I am taking two. I have these two little mini travel highlighters from Becca. So I am taking the Moonstone one, and I am also taking the Champagne Pop one, so that I have two options and they're completely different colors, and I just wanted to take two small little travel size compacts. And then the last item that I have is this Eve Pearl. This is a corrector. I cannot leave home without this. This is in the shade medium, and this is the best. This is their Salmon concealer, and I absolutely love it, and I could not live without this product. The foundation that I chose to take on the trip is the Fenty Beauty. This is the Eaze Drop Foundation. I took this one just because it's a nice foundation, that it's buildable, it feels light, it's not too heavy, and I'm just really enjoying it. Also, the packaging is excellent for travel. And since I am going on a vacation where I may get tan because I will be out in the sun a lot, I did want to take another foundation that was a little bit darker. And I have very few foundations where I have different colors, like my current color, a lighter color, and a darker color, just in case I get tan. And I do have that with the La Mer foundation, but I didn't want to take a second bottle. Plus, a La Mer foundation is a glass bottle, so I just pumped out some foundation into this little container. So you can also do that for travel, so that you don't have to take so many bottles. So pretty much these are the two options if I have to mix this in. And then I also have, like, in my actual toiletry bag, I do have those from Drunk Elephant, those like sunshine drops, which they make you nice and tan. So if I needed to get a little bit darker, I could also add that. I always like to take those when I go on a beach vacation, but I did put that in my toiletry bag. I feel like I consider it more of a toiletry than makeup, so I don't know. I have that as well. For concealer, I'm taking the Forever Skin Correct, and in this I am shade 1CR is my shade in this, and this is also a really great concealer. So I didn't want to take a concealer that was too light for the same reason, just in case I get a little bit tan, and this shade is just perfect for me, so I liked that. And then I'm also taking two small little samples of a primer. This is the Dior, this is I think the Backstage primer for face and body. So this is like a regular type of primer that is supposed to help out with the pores a lot. And then I'm also taking this one from Makeup Forever. I always like to take a corrector that is green for my face, because sometimes my face does get a little red, and I had this little sample, so I thought it would be good to test it out. And then in this bag, last but not least, the most important item that I have to take is my Fresh Creme Ancien. This is for me the best eye cream out there, and this is an essential part of my concealer routine. I really only use eye cream when I'm doing my makeup. The next Ziploc, I have all my pencil type products. I have my brown pencil. For this trip, I am taking the Kosas Brow Pop. I'm also taking two Huda Beauty lip liners. I have a more pinky one and a more nude one. These are the Huda Beauty lip contours. One is in sandy beige and one is in muted pink. Then I am taking a brown liquid liner. This is like my go-to. I am so in love with this liquid liner from Benefit. This is a roller liner, but it's the brown one. It is such a beautiful brown. From NYX, I am taking my go-to glitzy gold one. This is like the best eye pencil, and the gold I could not live without. But I'm also taking it in silver. Like I said earlier, I wanted to do like a little bit of a silver type of look. I think I mentioned that in the Huda palette, so I figured I would take the silver liner. Then from Charlotte Tilbury, I have three eyeliners. The brown, which is the Barbarella Brown. I have the Bedroom Black eyeliner, and then I also have the Pillow Talk eyeliner. Those are like some of the best liners, and I just always have to have them around because I may or may not use them all, but they're just, for me, they're like definitely essentials in the makeup bag. From Urban Decay, I'm taking this, which is like almost finished. Maybe I should switch it out for like a more new one. This is the Lannister Gold. This is the Urban Decay liner. This is from the Game of Thrones collection that they have, and I have like been searching for these on eBay. Lannister Gold is like a great color. It's actually the one that I'm wearing on my lower lash line today. And then this little duo from Charlotte Tilbury. It has one color on one side. This is like the Copper Charge, and then it has a metallic and a more matte shade. So really loving Charlotte Tilbury as well for liners. And the last Ziploc, I feel like it contains a majority of my lip products. So first I'm taking this Makeup Forever lipstick. This is in the Rouge Artiste. This is a shade number 150. It is like a pinky nude shade, which I absolutely love. It is one of my go-to shades. From the brand Tower 28, I am taking these two glosses. One is more of an orangey color, one is more of a reddish color. These are very nice, like juicy type of glosses, and they're not very, very dark. But if you want to have like that red effect, this is like a nice way to like step out of your comfort zone and do like a red lip, because this is just very nice and glossy and very sheer. So I did want to take a more orangey color and a more red color. Then I am taking this gloss from Pat McGrath. This one, I'm gonna go ahead and list the name down below because this is like tiny and I don't think I can see it. Okay, it's called Moonflower, and it is like a bluish type of gloss. It has like all these blue little specks. It's beautiful, and it just looks really beautiful over tons of lip colors, especially pinks. So I did want to take that one because I thought it was just awesome. Then I'm also taking, these aren't lip products, but I'm taking my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, which is also in here. And then I'm also taking the Kosas Brow Gel, which goes with the brow pencil that I just shared with you guys. From the brand Kaja, I'm also taking this nude lip gloss. This is in the shade Honey Drizzle. I actually like love that name. From YSL, I'm taking these two Rouge Volupte lipsticks. Again, these are kind of like the lipstick version of the Tower 28 lip glosses, where you kind of can have a very bright color. This is like almost like a hot pink type of color, but it just goes on nice and sheer and it's beautiful. Then I'm also taking this one. This is a little bit more, it looks more red, but it actually comes out like a little bit like of a purpley red. So I just wanted to take something a little bit different. So I'm taking that one. Then from Lancome, this is like my go-to current favorite lipstick. This is shade 511 Nude Essential. I can't tell if I can see the color, but it is color 511. I'll go ahead and write everything in the description box down below. And this is more like a pinky plum color. This is a matte lip, but it is beautiful. I like to put gloss over it as well. It is just like my current, I would say, go-to lipstick. For a more nude color, I am taking this Kosas lip color. This is in the shade Vegas, and it is just like a nice, true nudish brown lipstick. From Fenty, I am taking a small version of the Gloss Bum, and this is in the shade Fussy, which is like one of my favorite lip glosses ever. From Shiseido, I'm also taking this like lip balm that has SPF 35. I feel like if you're gonna be out in the sun, it's always good to take some SPF, so I definitely always travel with this if I have, you know, plans to be out in the sun. And then I also have these two little travel size highlighters in here. The very first one is the What's Up from Benefit. I think this is just a really nice universal type of highlighter. And then I am also taking this one, Moonlight from Cover FX, which is a little more of a like a va-va-va-voom type of highlight. It's just like boom, like you're just like shining. And this is in the shade Moonlight, and it's liquid, so it just is really like wow. So I figured I would take two little travel size ones on this trip. So now for the brushes, and this is my favorite brush case for travel, and I'm just gonna go quickly through these and share with you guys. I'm taking two beauty blenders. This is from the brand Beauty Blender, and this is from Tarte. So these are two sponges that I wanted to take, and I'm also taking a little cleaner, a small little beauty blender cleanser that is travel size. Then for blushes, I'm taking my Artiste. This is the Oval 8 brush, and this is pretty much like my favorite brush for applying foundation. Then I'm also taking this brush from It Cosmetics. This is like an It Cosmetics Kabuki brush. You have the two sides. This I like to apply to like first put in my concealer, and then with this one you can just get really detailed and get in there. My go-to brush for applying bronzer is this small angled contour brush. This is from Sigma Beauty. Then I'm also taking this brush from Huda Beauty. This is the Build and Buff, and I just like it because it is like a dual-sided brush. This you can just use for so many things. This also for foundation, or if you want to even do contour or just anything, just like also to blend in the concealer as well. This is kind of like a little extra. This is like the brush that I just kind of threw in there last minute. That I was like, let me just add that one. I don't think it's an essential, but I just kind of like threw it in there because I really wanted to take it. From Hourglass, I am taking this brush. This brush is perfect for face powder, and this is also great for even applying if I wanted to the translucent powder under my eyes or just to brush off any excess product. But the side that I use the most is definitely this one, but I just like to take dual-sided brushes just because I think it's just very convenient. For blush, I'm taking this brush from Alamar Cosmetics. This one I got in one of my boxy charms, I believe. I thought that it was perfect for blush. For highlight from Morphe, I have this brush. This is the E48. This is from the Elite Collection. This is just like the perfect type of brush to apply your highlight. Then I have all these little brushes that I'm gonna be taking. I think the majority of them are from the Jaclyn Hill collection in Morphe. With Morphe, those are like some of my favorite type of brushes. My go-to one is definitely the JH30. This is like a brush that I definitely need. I think I have like 5 of these already. And this is just a brush that I like to apply, you know, the color on my crease, but you don't have to really be very detailed. So I just like it big. You just get it done really fast. I'm also taking the JH40, which is a little bit smaller. I think this brush is just good for, you know, adding a little bit of a darker color on the outer corners of your eye. I also am taking this little eyeliner brush. This is a Sigma E06. It's just a tiny little eyeliner brush just in case I need it. Also the JH32. I'm taking the JH49, which has a nice angled side and a spoolie on the other side. JH47, which is just like a flat square type of a brush. For the inner corner, I really like the JH52. It's just a really nice little small brush that you can just really go into the inner corner. For my Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize cream shadows, I like the JH41. This is just very similar to the MAC 242 brush. Then I have a teeny tiny brush from Morphe. This is the E35. This is just for anything little detail that I need with a line or for blending my pencil eyeliner, just blending it really close to the lash line. This is the Morphe, also from Jaclyn Hill, the JH10, I believe it is. It's just so small. The JH10, this is really good just for adding your contour to here, your cream contour, or just if you want to get very, very detailed. I also have a short shader brush. This is the JH46. Then I have a blending brush. This is very similar to the MAC 217. This is the JH33, also from the Morphe. And then I have like this flat type of brush. This is also good for eyeliner or also for blending in the lash line. This is the JH43. It's just kind of like the more square type of brush. So that is pretty much it. This is everything that I will be taking on my trip with me. I will go ahead and list every product in the description box down below if you guys want to check them out. Just in case I didn't say the color or the number, I will make sure to put all the details down below. As always, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked watching it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you go. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching Be Lounge Makeup, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye.